My name is Minefiend, and I want to talk to you about a little discussion I had last night with Gnarlo. Let me just get back into normal mode. This is the brocraft server, and I've been playing Minecraft for a very long time. 2010, I think. And in 2011, I began to watch um, Minecraft videos made by Gnarlo. And through commenting on his videos, we became friends. And eventually, he was kind enough to invite me on to play on this server. Uh, I joined in 2012. So first of all, let that sink in. The current trend in Minecraft at the moment is forever worlds. And everybody's saying, I'm starting my forever world. Well, this is a true forever world. This is what one actually works like. I'm fortunate enough to have had the habit of what I call signing my work. So when I build things, I sign them and I say when I built them. I built this workshop and furnace room on the 22nd of April 2012. This was not the first base I had here. I had a base before that when I was here, and then I moved out to this ocean and built the Hive because I wanted this incredible mob spawner place, and I was using at the time what you would call the latest technology. It was like a high-tech thing. It has lots of spawning cells in it. Let me take you and show you. This is the actual killing chamber here. You come in here, and back then, in 2012, the mobs would spawn. They would spawn up in the top in these little spawning cells I built, and they would get pushed down, and they would drop down here until they were basically a one-hit kill. And this would fill up so fast because we're out above an ocean, there's nothing around. It would fill up so faster than you could kill them. It no longer works anymore now because mob spawning rules have changed over the years. So mobs don't drop down here anymore, and of course you can see this was long before there were baby mobs in the game, because baby mobs can fit out from underneath there. But back then the skeletons, the zombies, and the creepers couldn't. And yesterday, Nalo and I were raiding Bastion Remnant, and we was talking about things like this, how people are going on saying, oh, this is going to be my forever world, and they really don't know what it means. What it means is you have ruins, you have places you've built and long since forgotten about. For instance, this is sort of like an homage to Narlo's brother Kiva, who no longer plays on this. He played on it for the first couple of years, but probably hasn't played since about 2014 or something like that, really. And he left a chest here one day when he was playing with his gear in it, and I refused to remove it, and it's been there now. That chest has been there 10 years at least. But you get things like this in these worlds. My first base, I can barely remember at all. Nalo built a Taj Mahal there to celebrate my first wedding anniversary. Dwen built a huge giant dog statue to honour Wombone from a Let's Play I was doing at the time. But I was talking about the Hive, and I was talking about how things have changed, and I was saying how it no longer works to Nalo last night, and I was trying to explain to him that it's built the Hive. The reason it's called the Hive is because Kiba said it looked like a hive, because it's built of lots of spawning cells, and each cell has a floor of pressure plates, and when the mob spawned on these pressure plates, which is why it no longer works, because they no longer spawn on pressure plates, when they spawn on there, they um, activate water, and the water washes them off and pushes them down the gap. See, this cactus farm I built back in 2013. That's been there since 2013. And I was trying to explain it to Gnarlo, and it was a bit difficult to explain. But then today I came on here and I was walking down here and I suddenly thought, oh, those are the teleporter cells that I built a few years ago. Because I don't really use the Hive anymore. I've not been here for quite a while. And I'm walking up here and I suddenly saw this room. And I'd forgotten completely about this room. This room no longer existed in my mind. I didn't realise I'd built it. But what I did build was, I built a museum of how the Hive works. And it's these spawning cells. I had no memory of this. You have ruins, you have things you've built that you don't remember on Forever Worlds. And this is what happens. The mob used to spawn on here, then get pushed off and drop down to the killing chamber. And it still works. It's very old technology. It still works for washing things off and everything. But as I say, under mob spawning rules, they will not spawn on pressure plates now. And I thought, wow, I had no memory of this at all. Could not remember ever building this. And then I looked here, and I signed the room, as I like to do, the Hive Mechanism Museum, and I built it on the 15th of February 2014. At the moment it's the 5th of March 2025. So this room is 11 years old. 11 years. That's what a forever world is. Forever worlds are just forgotten areas. Things you built that you can't remember. And it makes me smile to see the current trend of starting forever worlds, because Gnarlo has a true forever world. Look, the old water closet. I built this back in 2012, and I've actually put a little, when they came into the game, I put a little fish in there, Nemo, and he's been living happily in there all these years. Not since 2012, he weren't in the game in 2012, I don't think. But I built that there as an infinite water source. This was a music room. This is actually underneath the Hive spawning thing, and I was collecting all the different musical discs in here that I got from collecting in the Hive, because sometimes I would deliberately go and stand behind creepers so that skeletons could see me, and they would shoot and they would kill them and drop music discs. So I've got quite a few music discs in here. I'm storing some villages, I have been storing some villages in here. As you can see, there's all sorts in here. Style, which is moderate jazz type music. Mall, which is calm and serene. And I actually had a dance floor on here, which is old style redstone and still works. But Gnarlo's been keeping this going since at least a year before I joined, and I joined in 2012. So he has a true forever world, and I just love it. I love the fact that we can walk around and find things we have no memory of at all. We don't remember doing. I passed a passageway the other day, and I had to go and explore it just to see what it was, and it led to this whole area that it took me a while to remember doing, because it was so long ago. I just want to say thank you, Gnarlo. You've put up with me for all these years. At the moment, 13 years. And it's just amazing. Here we had this was the first banner we got from an end city, and we got that in February 2019. Wow. I think he got a mending library in 2019. I built all this when we first stood up here. This should still work. Yep. I can auto harvest all these pumpkins. and I added the melon farm to it back in June 2012. It still works. As you can see, still very quick at producing. When I want to harvest it all, I just have to press a button. Thank you, Gnarlo. This has been a true wonderful experience.